discussion on women and her rights. Could you summarize some important aspects which may be of interest to our viewers?
Thank you. Women over centuries has been treated as an unequal partner of man. If we look at the religious literature, woman has always been treated as a lower creature somehow. But the Quran says that man and woman are born exactly the same way and they are equal. Both have the capacity to develop self. And if we look at death, beyond death, there is not likely to be any gender. I was once asked a question that how do you say that there will be no gender in the hereafter? And I said, why do you want to have a gender? Because there is no procreation over there. If we look at the self, once the self is developed, for example, whatever self I have now, I can't give it to anyone. And it never took birth in the first place. So our physical self is born, as well as the self which we create ourselves cannot be born. It is never shared. So this is the self, this is the personality which I have, the reality which I have created myself inside. That is the one which is going to go forward. So women have exactly the same tools, the same abilities to create a similar reality. So any woman can create, by following these attributes of Allah and following Allah as a model, can create the same reality which a man can. So they are equal, but physically they have different roles in the society, and they have an extremely important role in a family to bring up the children. And that difference is also now disappearing, where a lot of women are working as well, and one can see their multitasking is amazing. So Quran has put women exactly at the same pedestal, at the same status as man, and given it a lot of value. For example, even on marriage, there's a verse 221 of chapter 2, which says that women of Iman should marry men of Iman, and vice versa. And the reason for that is, if the outlook and the values of husband and wife are the same, then their family life will be a sort of a paradise on this earth. And that is why these concepts which are prevailing in the religion are not supported by the Quran. The life in the hereafter will be at a self's level. So women can do exactly intellectually what a man can do. And once the society develops on these lines, then women will be very effectively play a role in that society, where they will never be, they will never have to please the man as an individual. This will be an equal, exactly equal and just society in which women will be able to develop their self as the man can. And the children brought up in that society will also be developing their self. Because when we talk of self, actually by following the Quranic attributes and the values, we get far more freedom. Because if we look at the two concepts of life, one concept says that the life ends with death. The other concept says that the life goes beyond death. The one whose life is ending with death, it's a deadline. They have far less freedom, because they are always in a hurry that the life is going to end with death. Whereas in the other concept, which is the factual position of the Quran, and which is based on evidence, because if we have a reality within us, at that level, we can find out whether life is going to go forward or not. This aspect maybe we'll cover in another talk. But over here, I will recommend that people should go through this book and read chapter 17. And particularly, I'll ask women to read that chapter and see how much freedom Quran has given to women, literally equal freedom to both men and women. Because as far as the Quran is concerned, both are equal, exactly equal, just they have a different role in the society.